Hi everyone, welcome to Python Learning Series for Network Engineers. In this video, we'll see how to initiate SSH key-based authentication from Python script to Cisco device. In the previous video, we have seen how to initiate it from Python script to Ubuntu. You can see here, this is the script which we have written. So here you can see the host is Ubuntu 2 and the username I used was user1, and you can see here I'm not passing any password. Instead of password, I'm passing one SSH key with passphrase, the passphrase of the private key. So we'll see how to do it to a Cisco device. For that, I'll copy this script. I'll name this as 02 SSH key Cisco. And let me open that file. I'll change the host details. You can see here I'm importing Paramiko and getpass. Let me just change the host name to Cisco CSR1 and username is admin in the device. I'll hardcode the password to make the execution easy. I'll just create a variable here. Password also is admin. If you want, even you can use getpass and prompt to the user for password. And here in session, I'm initiating the SSH, invoking the SSH. Then here for the host key policy, here I'm using load system host key. So what will happen if you use this? It will check in the host list, the trusted host list. If you use this auto add policy, any host it will accept. I just commented and kept it for your reference, but if you use the script as it is without all these lines, it will work. I'll show what error we will get when we run without trusting the host key. I'll show that as well. So for now, we'll comment this as well. And here you can see I was not passing password. Now I will try passing password and we'll disable the key, and even these values will disable. And commands will change to a Cisco command, show version, and now let me try executing this script. Since I'm using load system host key, I might get error. Let's try executing the script. So you can see here csr1.test.lab not found in known host list. Let us verify that. I'll go to home, the username, and .ssh. So you can see here I don't have any file. To add that host key as tested, what I'll do, I'll just try to SSH to that machine, csr1.test.lab. If I give yes, now if you check here, you can see one file, known host key. Now we'll verify the content of that. You can see here this has added the host detail of CSR1. Now let us try executing the script. So you can see here I'm able to execute the script and get the output. But here in this case I'm using username and password. Now let us try creating one SSH key in the machine, in the Ubuntu machine. I'm already into the .ssh folder. I'll give the command SSH keygen and you can see here by default it is going to generate an ID with ID underscore RSA. I'll use the default one. I won't use passphrase for now. Now you can see this has generated two files. One is ID underscore RSA. This is the private key and this is the public key. You don't have to copy private key anywhere. The private key should be kept as secret. Now we need to copy this public key to the Cisco device. We'll do that. So for that, first we'll copy the content. For that, I'll give the fold command. Because of the limitation of Cisco terminal, it won't accept all the lines of data as a single input, so we need to fold it and send it to Cisco device. I have explained that in the previous video. I'll add that video also in the description. So I'll give fold -b, it is byte, and -w, and I'll give fold it in 64 characters, and the file name is ID underscore RSA .pub. Now let me just initiate an SSH to Cisco device to configure enable SSH key based authentication. SSH admin at csr1.test.lab. Here the configuration is, go to config mode and IP SSH. You can see here public keychain. We'll give public keychain. And here you can see the option username. I'll give a username admin1, and here so we can see keystring. Here we need to give this data. So let me go to keystring. Here I need to paste the complete content. Let me just copy and paste it. Type exit. If there is any error in the content, we will get error here itself. Now let me just verify the configuration. So you can see here public keychain and the key hashing of the file we copied. So let us verify the hash of that key file. So for that, Cisco by default it is giving MD5 hash, so we'll try getting that. SSH-keygen, and if you give -h here, you can see -e for defining the fingerprint hash. So I'll give -e, and Cisco is giving MD5, so I'll give MD5, and then you can see here -l and -f, the input file we have to give. So -f and ID underscore RSA dot. So you can see here it is B685. If you verify it in Cisco device, you can see the same ID. That means file has been copied successfully. Now let me just try initiating on SSH connection to Cisco. SSH admin 1, the new user I'll give at csr1.test.lab. So you can see here without any password I'm able to log in. Now let me try initiating it from my Python script. I'll try removing the password here. And username I'll change to admin1, and from here also I'll try disabling password. since I'm directly able to SSH to Cisco device, it should work. Let's have a look into the script. Yeah, here you can see I'm able to SSH to Cisco device and execute the command. But by default it is taking the file ID underscore RSA. If you want to manually give any file and if you want to give a passphrase for that private key, we'll see how to give that. Now here, by default allow agent and look for keys are set as true in Paramiko. We'll manually set this as false and try connecting to the device. Let's see what happens. So you can see here, when I give false, it says no authentication method available. So in this case I need to give the file manually. So let us try giving the file. Let me uncomment this. This is the key file. So I'll give the file, the default file, ID underscore RSA, and here I don't have any passphrase. So let me just remove the passphrase. And here you can see one value, P key. I have explained this when I explained Linux authentication part. You can have a look into that video also. Just uncomment this also. You can see here P key is mapping to this key file. So now let us try running the script. You can see here, now I have manually given the file, but here my allow agent is false. Now let us try generating one password protected private key here. So again I'll give SSH-keygen, and this time I'll give 01 underscore ID. I'll give a manual file and I'll give the passphrase 12345. Yeah, now you can see there is another file 01 underscore ID.pub and the private key. So I'll use same fold 01 ID.pub and let me copy this. Let me go to Cisco and here IP SSH, the same command. So either we can give to the same user or a new user. I'll add this to same user, username admin1, then keystring, then we need to put the data. We accept. Let me write it and I'll try using that file now. 01 underscore ID. Now without passing any passphrase, let us try executing the script. So you can see here I'm getting the error message, private key file is encrypted. That means I need to pass the password set for this private key. So I'll use this. So here I'm using get pass method for getting the password, or even you can hard code it. And here the syntax is need to pass the key pass also. Yeah. Now let us try running the script. So it is prompting for password. I think the reason for the failure is when I copied the key to Cisco device, I haven't copied it, I just pasted old key itself. Let us verify that in Cisco device again. So here you can see I'm having only one key hash, which is older one. I haven't copied newer key. So let me just copy that again. Maybe SSH public keychain, then you get the username admin1 and keystring. Let me copy this and paste it here. Now let's verify the config again. Now you can see we have one more key available for the particular user, admin1. So let us try running the script again. Yeah, you can see now I'm able to initiate SSH using SSH key and password protected private key. Now one more thing we'll see. Here we were using exec command. So we'll see how to use invoke shell instead of exec command. When you do the exec command, what happens, you can see here, it is not interactive shell. It just gives the output. Will not be able to see the router prompt and all. Here I have a couple of more scripts which explains that. I'll be covering that in the later videos. Here I am executing set of commands, list of commands here, and I'm handling certain errors also, exceptions. And you can see here I'm using username and password, and I have defined a function here for connecting to this device, so that using this function now I can execute a number of devices, and I can even define the commands here. I'll be creating another video explaining this script. Now we'll have a look into a simple script which uses invoke shell. This is one simple script. So here you can see I'm using session, and we'll copy and paste this so that session will be interactive. Here you can see I'm not able to see any router prompt. So let me copy and paste it. And here you can see in my case I have defined it as session in small letter, so I need to replace that. In these two places. Now let us try running the script. So it is prompting for private key password. Yeah, you can see here now this has executed all these commands what I have mentioned here in the script, and you can see here it is giving the router prompt. It is bit more interactive than using exec command. And here if you don't give these two lines also it will work, because by default it will try to fetch the defined key or the default ID underscore RSA key. So let us try running it through those two lines. So you can see here it is executing the command. So now if you check the default configuration of Paramiko, it will be allow agent will be true and look for key will be true. Both values will be true, and it will take default value or the value what we define here. In the next video we'll see how to execute command more interactively to a Cisco device, and we'll see some difference between the exec command method. So when we interacted with Ubuntu machine, we used exec command. You can see here in Cisco we were using invoke shell method. It is more interactive. We'll see some difference between that and how to use function for interacting with device and how to handle some of the exceptions. I hope this video was helpful for you to understand how to initiate SSH key based authentication from Python to Cisco. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.